Hello and welcome to The Secret Mind. My name's Jules, and today I'm going to talk to you about a product that I've made. I spent 4 years designing with artists, and it is a pack of cards that looks a bit like this. And on this side there's a series of images, cartoons. They're not pips, the cards, they're not for playing, they're for looking at and for having a bit of fun with. So it took me about 4 years to put these cards together, and I've never got around to marketing them. And they're called Love Isn't, and I'll tell you why in a second. But one of the reasons I did it was I can't draw. But when I realised that we are more connected now than we've ever have been, I realised I could write a script for a cartoon and get somebody else to draw it for me. So I liaised with dozens of international artists to do the illustration for me, which was quite some level of negotiation. And I'm also today playing with a new piece of software so I can show you the pictures because it's a very visual thing. So bear with me. It's already collapsed on me once, but what could possibly go wrong? It has the ability to put in images right over your face like this. Okay, fine. And off to the side like that, which is why I'm going to go over here. This is the back of the deck, and it is it's an ambigram. This here, the whole deck of the card is on the theme of love, and this says love solves. And because it's an ambigram, it says the same upside down as well. So when you go upside down, it still says love solves. So those are the rather intricate, beautifully designed backs of the cards. I'm going to tell you the story that I put on the website that I put up, loveisn't.com. There's no apostrophe in it, of course. Why have I called it that? Well, it's a highly giftable thing. It's a unique thing. It's not been marketed. So it will be an original sort of idea. And the reason I chose this idea was there was a cartoon in the, let me get over here. There was a cartoon, and this is from the website. You can see it, you read it there. Many years ago, in fact, when I was but a boy, my father's newspaper had a little cartoon called Love Is. You might remember it. Two little cartoon cherubs appearing in a daily illustration which may be touching, perhaps amusing, maybe a little melancholy. You may remember it. I'm sure Kim's cartoons were popular with many people, but they were torture to a Yorkshire schoolboy because they didn't have any lasers or spacemen in. They were, how can I be kind? Well, let me just show you one. Let me just show you what the sort of thing they were if you don't know what it was. They were syndicated throughout the world. Here we are, Love Is, and it was always a little Avon, turning his head. So that one I don't mind so much because I could imagine doing a version of that and turning his head right off, which would give it a bit of an edge for me. Let's just go down to the, I've got another one here. Love is giving without giving in. What does that even mean? They're always naked, by the way. They never have any clothes on, these two guys. So it never really raised a smile to a kid, and it was the worst of the cartoons in the newspaper. So it was horrendous, and that sort of pain lives with you for a while. This is the deck of cards, and this is the story that I put together on the website. So each has a sort of quite an intricate back design, the ambigram, and the hidden message that love solves. It's got a few other secrets inside it as well. The experience of the cards is a parlour amusement, he said. 52 original. I wasn't going to do 52 at first, but when I got carried away, I thought this might make a deck of cards. It was only supposed to be a few. Then I thought, okay. So I wrote a whole other bunch of scripts, maybe about 70 or 80 all told, and then used my favourites to work out if I could get a product made. So 52 original cartoons full of hope, chuckles, and a little thoughtful melancholy. Each card contains an experience, and it does. it's not something really just to be maybe flick through like that. It's something you can sort of enjoy and have a think about what it means to you, if anything. And most of them are a bit funny and some a little bit melancholy, but not as melancholy as the original Love is. So just, be warned. Yeah. So, and it's a mystery deck. So let me show you a deck on the side. Love Isn't. An illustrated mystery for the reasons I'm about to tell you. Here's another little quote from the website. On top of a few photographs taken in the backyard. Most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art. Albert Einstein would have loved this deck of cards. So inside it, there is a deeper mystery. Many years ago, some of you might remember the famous Masquerade mystery, a worldwide treasure hunt invented by Kit Williams. I think it was the hunt for the golden hair, a jeweled golden hair, which he hid somewhere in the world. It turned out to be somewhere in England. And it took 3 years for that puzzle in the book to be solved. But the puzzle lived up to its tale, lived up to its claim, which was that it could easily be solved by a 10-year-old as a 50-year-old. And when you read the solution, if you remember the puzzle, you may not know the solution. You can go back and find it. It's a beautiful, elegant solution. So I've hidden a mystery in these cards as well, pretty much in tribute to that. I don't think most people would even bother looking for. But if you look hard enough within the cards, there is a secret that ties them all together with a code in it. And within the card, there is a clue card, a rhyme to clue you in the right direction. A sort of nod to the armchair treasure hunts. I haven't defined a prize yet, but if I sell a few decks, I will. And so that was that. Now, the only other person, as it happens, who knows the solution to to my Love Isn't deck is Kit Williams. So I went to see him a couple of times, most recently last October 2022. This is meeting him in his studio. These are the works of art that he does every year. He does about 5 or 6 each year. He's a very nice chap indeed, I'm here to tell you. So he's still creating wonderful stuff, entirely self-taught, amazing skills. And I shared the solution of the Love Isn't deck with him alone. He shared his solution with a fella called Bamba Gascoigne, who the British will remember as a quiz show host and academic, very commonly impersonated. He had a very quirky way of presenting himself. Sadly died just a couple of years ago, a year or two ago. Yeah, that was that. So that's the deck. This is my introduction using my new slide interface for the first time, so I think it was important to do that for the visuals. The deck is made in Britain, and it would make a wonderful gift for anybody who likes wonderful gifts. So if you are interested, have a look at loveisn't.com, and I'm going to tell you more about this and about the deck over the coming weeks, because it'll be a bit of fun. And I'll go through the deck and maybe tell the stories of how we created each card and the negotiations that went into each picture and the redos and all the rest of it. That's the Love Isn't deck. That's my experiment in making a product and the pitfalls that go along the way. I made it okay. I got it done. This is, if anybody buys one, this is one of the decks. It comes sealed up with cellophane, and there it is. That's what you get. And it's the perfect Valentine's gift for man or lady, or for any of the genders. And it's vegan friendly, so you know, what could possibly be to object to? So, but I'll tell you more about it later on. That's it for today. Thank you for listening, and see you tomorrow.